we're totally huge in Japan.
Uh,
Ted, that's what it's telling you. You are huge in Japan. You are following in the footsteps of some great people.
but I haven't even seen Spinal Tap.
Wait, what? I don't know.
Exactly.
I was thinking the Runaways. They were like huge in Japan.
Okay, well I don't know the Runaways, so.
Oh, they were like a girl rock band. They did Cherry Bomb. There was a
Like,
movie. They have a movie which I saw some of that someone managed to post on YouTube. It didn't get taken down right away. That starred Dakota Fanning and the girl from Twilight. I don't remember her name.
Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, they were the main two. Joan Jett. Joan Jett was not the lead singer of the Runaways, but she was one of the people.
I thought
I
that Joan
think
Jett was just her own thing, though.
she did her own thing after the Runaways. They like had
Ah.
according to the movie, at least they had an incredibly dramatic falling out.
Well, it probably was less dramatic in real life. Or maybe more, you never know. Anyway,
Yep.
like, they only heard the second half of that conversation, so I don't know what's going on there. Hey guys, welcome back to the Grindfest. As always, I am Ted, and that is Catherine. Yeah, we are here for grinding in Hyrule Warriors. Yeah. Before we get too busy getting started, audio balancing is fine, right? Like I'm coming in okay, Catherine's coming in okay, the game audio's coming in okay.
I'll let you know if anyone says anything in the.
Okay, well I hope there isn't because I'm already sitting down and I've got my blanket on and everything's all comfy and I'd really rather not want to get up right now. So, okay.
I understand that.
Yeah. So anyway, now you're gonna, if you remember the last time we streamed, my levels and like heart pieces and stuff are gonna be a little bit different than they used to be. That's because I did do some grinding in my off time. I try not to do, I don't like doing Grindfest. I might have streamed them, but I don't like doing Grindfests alone. And Catherine here has a life, so she couldn't be there most of the week.
Sorry.
So yeah, that's why I don't believe Zelda was this high level. I'm pretty sure I got Lana up to this level off screen. So yeah, some of these characters are a lot higher levels than you might remember them, but that's just mostly because I wanted to get through the Termina map, or at the very least make it so that the clock stopped in the Termina map. So that's why I needed to do some grinding to just do that. But now that the clock stopped in Termina, I can basically play the game at whatever pace I want, which makes going through the rest of the map a lot less stressful. Let's just say. So woo. Anyway, if you're unfamiliar with how this works, basically, I grind in Hyrule Warriors and we bullshit throughout the entire time, because it's fun and I enjoy it. But anyway, who do I want to start with? Catherine, pick a character.
Oh
Uh,
man.
Other than a DLC character, because those three, I'm probably just gonna spam the training dojo at some point. They're
Um,
useless.
is there a reason Darunia's level is so low?
Um, Not really. I just haven't used used them very much. Um,
Can we give Darunia some
okay,
platonic love?
okay, sure, and we can show off his new outfit, the Gor the Goron mask. Oh my
The
God!
what?
He gets
Okay, I'm gonna see it in like 10 seconds,
the
probably on
Goron
that.
mask. He gets the Goron mask from Majora's Mask, and it looks so stupid on him. It's
Wait,
like
I'm waiting.
absolutely
What the heck? He looks so sad. What's wrong?
I don't know. He's wearing the. Okay, you want to know the other thing? One of Darunia's alternate colors is the ghost of the guy who turned into that mask. That's just like,
Oh, goodness.
yeah, Majora's Mask's kind of a fucked up game.
That's I'm still he looks like a Pokemon. Like he looks like he'd be some kind of like just like the art style of the mask makes him look like it looks like a Pokemon.
Man, you remember Golem way different than I do.
Oh man. If Golem were particularly good, I just never I don't know.
It's
Okay.
his it's his typing that's the main issue. Rock Ground is an awful type combination because like 2 times 4 weaknesses. Like ground's a good offensive type, but like rock is not as useful as you'd think. I've found that rock type attacks are never as useful in my practice as they should be, given their like they've got a like a pretty good amount of types that they're super effective against. It's just like for some reason I never find the opportunity to use rock type moves as opposed to anything else. Like I'm not going to use a rock type against most ice type Pokemon. I'm probably going to use fighting or something else or whatever because most ice types will have at least a water type move. So it's odd. I guess. Although I'm talking about Pokemon, so I'm assuming that like any second now I'm gonna get told how I'm wrong. So uh, it's good for things to be back to normal. I'll do that. Okay, now where the hell is the dark? Where the hell? There you are, you asshole. Droop. But yeah, I don't know why Darunia is such a low level. I think it's just. Oh, I know. I know why Darunia's level is so low. When I was grinding everyone else up at the end of the Twilight Princess map, I was getting really kind of sick of it. So I got through my last mission with Darunia without having to grind him, and so I just ignored him after that. Um,
Oh, okay.
so that's why there's no why he's so underleveled. I used the training dojo some to get Phi back up to speed because Phi really needs the levels to do any sort of damage, but Darunia doesn't really need that, so that's why he's still relatively underpowered.
Um,
Uh,
Someone in the chat was asking about the training dojo. How, and I don't know about that. How does that work? This specific person, Arbiter Warpig, says they can't. Enter it and they can't do anything in the
The
training.
training dojo basically works by you spend rupees to get levels. The thing about it is, and why you're probably not getting anything, dude, is because the training dojo, you can only level up a character to the highest leveled warrior you got naturally. So let's say your highest level warrior is 15, and you've got a level 10 character. You can't get that level 10 character up to level 16 in the training dojo. You can only get them up to level 15. So if you've just started the game and you're trying to use the training dojo, it's probably not going to work out too great for you. You're probably going to need to do some more natural level grinding with at least one character, and then go back and try to finish the grinding with somebody, and try to finish it with the training dojo after that. It's most useful for leveling up characters who are really far behind, especially if you're at lower levels. Because once you get to the higher levels, levels start costing incredibly high amounts of rupees to get, like millions. I think it costs something. It costs something like over like 15 million rupees to get a level one character up to level 20. Maybe not 20, level 200, maybe more. So if
Oh
you're
wow.
having problems with you not being able to go any higher in level, it's probably because you're either trying to raise your highest level warrior or you're trying to raise a character to a level higher than the highest leveled warrior you have. So hopefully that helps you. I can understand why you'd want to like cheat the grinding a little bit because there is a lot of it. Like, oh my god, game, why do you need so much grinding? Game, seriously. But yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully that'll help you out at least a little bit.
Yeah, it's from a couple other comments. This user made it sounds like that was the problem. It was their highest level character.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, well, glad to help, at the very least. I think it says that in, like, one of the loading screen messages, but, like, I'm not gonna blame you for not reading those, like, seriously. And hold on a moment. I've got a Skype message from a special guest who I will talk to after I finish this message. So, yeah. No, not this message. After I finish this mission, I should say. Blah. I am bad at talking, so um yeah. Okay, sorry about that.
it's okay.
I wanted to respond to be polite. Well, I know you think it's okay. I'm talking to the chat more.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Wait. Oh, sorry. I normally press the home button to pause the game, so to pause the games in general. So that was just a habit a habit of mine. Sorry about that. But yeah, Darunia is a pretty good warrior. He doesn't fit my style too much. Like I'll usually sacrifice a little bit of power in order for my character to have a wider range. And Darunia doesn't really have a lot of attacks that cover a large range of enemies, so he's very much. I found that he's very much a 1v1 kind of character. Not that there's anything particularly wrong with that. It's just, it's not always the most useful thing. He is definitely better than other characters. Cough, cough, Agatha, who remains terrible to this day. Yeah, fuck. Oh, man. I was gonna say fuck Agatha, but she's like 12, so don't. Um,
Give her a few years.
yeah, exactly. I love his focus spirit blast. It's just great. So yeah, cool. Um, oh yeah, I've been still no luck on Paralog 23, right?
No, I gave it another try. Nope, who died this time? Oh, the fake.
Enter the fake.
Exit the fake. Oh no, no fake, come back.
Who did you marry? Oh, Cordelia will be so upset. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Her second choice husband is gone. Oh no. Oh well, you know what that means? That just means that she's back on the market for Crom to pick up. If Avatar Catherine ever happens to bite the bullet, or I guess the arrow.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to spoil in case oh, Paralog 23 Assy, that's the one with
The
not Ike.
Yeah, with not Ike. That's not even a spoiler because he just comes out of nowhere. Priam, I think his name is. He just comes out of nowhere.
Right.
Yeah, so
Um,
that's not a spoiler. That's just random.
yeah. Ryan, I have other good axe users. Like my Severa is great because she got Vakes.
because you
Vakes off
grinded
strength.
everybody like.
Shut up! She was great before I grinded her. She hits hard because she's Vake's kid. And she's a She starts off as a mercenary or myrmidon.
Mercenary.
Which one's a base class? I always forget what the base classes are.
Mercenary and Myrmidon are both base classes actually. But,
oh, okay.
I
think
believe
she starts off as a mercenary.
Yeah.
And then I promote her to hero. But yeah, oh my gosh, the supports with character I won't name because that's a total spoiler. From Paralog 22, the one where I was like, oh, it's not that other person I wanted.
Oh, that's the one with the doubles, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
So the person I got from that Paralog, the supports with that person were hilarious.
Oh, cool. Again, most of the spot pass characters, you can only really support them with the avatar, so I never really use them because supports are so good in that game. Like, that's why Sayri is, to me, the worst character in the game, because she gets, like, 2 supports, one of which is with, like, Tiki, which is, like, at least Tiki's a class that you don't get an awful lot. You can basically you don't get an awful lot of Manikeets, but basically anybody can class change into a swords master, so,
Yeah.
like, there's no real purpose to Sayri at all. She's also really kind of boring, too, to me, so, like, yeah. Least favorite character. Boom. Oh, man,
she's... I agree. I think it's the lack of supports that's just not...
Yeah. But, let's talk about good things. That chapter's still giving you trouble, Ben?
Yep.
Well, it is the last spot pass chapter, so I guess it makes sense that it would be difficult. I guess it's...
I expect it to be hard. So.
I don't know if it's, like, technically considered to be the harder than the final boss. I know that the final boss of the game is, like, ridiculous. He's got, like, a skill that halves all the damage he gets. He has all sorts of other... His range is, like, 5 squares. It's absolutely ridiculous. How, like, although I guess it makes sense, considering, the fact that he is the final boss. But still,
Yeah.
um,
Um. Okay. One question I see in the chat that I think is interesting is, what is your opinion on custom amiibos?
they're really cool. Like you got amiibos going for like 30-40 bucks. I think that actually seems worth it. Personally, I prefer the ones that are like based off of the alt colors or alt forms of a
Mhm.
character rather than the ones that are just kind of like I saw a villager as John Cena one, which was neat, but it's kind of random, so I guess I just don't really get those. But
Yeah.
like if I'm just gonna say it right now, I would kill for a custom female Robin. Like, if anybody's making those, let me know, because I'd rather have a female Robin amiibo than a male one. Um, I also wish that I got two Rosalinas so that I could get, her red dress, customed. Because I love the Rosalina I've got, but I also prefer her red dress whenever I play as her, so, you know. Or if I could, like, get somebody to make me a little gold hat for my Pikachu or something, like, that would be really cool. It's just, like, I have, like, zero arts and crafts skills, so I can't do these things on my own, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Although you
Unfortunately,
wouldn't be able to
I,
do anything with yours because yours are still in the box.
well, I don't. I don't know how to use a 3D printer. I mean, that's the kind of thing where a 3D printer would be really cool, because you could like 3D print a little hat for your Pikachu. But I don't know how to use a 3D printer. 3D printers are awesome. I wonder if that's how they make like some of the really weird custom ones that are like completely different figurines.
Like, I guess, like, if they didn't, like, mold them out of plastic or something. Um,
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. Like, I'm sure, I know some of them it's just, it's just paint, like, there's an American Mario,
Yeah, yeah, that's easy if it's if it's a color swap. Um, but I just started laughing because I'm thinking of that one I think someone posted on Twitter where it was like Link was trying to get out of the box.
you mean the Skyward Sword Link model where like oh man that's awesome. But anyway, a wild extra person in the call appears. Say hello.
Oh,
Aloha! It is I, the great Clement.
Yeah,
I go out.
way to crash
Hello.
the stream. Jeez. Do you if you want to watch, I can plop a link into the chat. If you don't already have it open.
I've been reading the chat. In your face, Ryan.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I guess I should be polite and at him too.
Damn it!
uh, okay, you know what? I'm gonna wait like a minute just so that he can hear that comment. Okay.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Yeah. Man, new weapons. I really don't want to have to deal with uh messing with these. But yeah, how have things been, dude?
Things are all right. I've been enjoying Bayonetta again
Oh,
because
cool.
I just got Bayonetta 2 not too long ago, and I've been playing through that before I get into Bayonetta 2. And editing Legends, playing Legends. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Uh,
other than life and stuff, I guess.
what life? I mean, I mean,
I
like
need to buy groceries and work and stuff.
food.
It's been a slow week.
Okay, but since you just popped on the stream, why don't you pick the next person I grind? Basically, I'm up for anyone other than the DLC characters because I don't need those right now. Everybody else, I need to
Everyone but the
use.
DLC.
Yeah, so no Twilight Midna, no Young Link, no Tingle, but anybody else basically would be good. And hello, heavy breathing Ryan.
Hello.
Let's see. I think it would be interesting to see Midna because I never really got into Midna. I think you said you liked her in a different stream.
Yeah, Midna's pretty good. Oh, I don't have her mask. Her mask is like a wood shield. I don't even really remember that one. Uh, I'll go with her yellow color because why not? She's actually one that I've gotten quite a bit leveled because her missions were really kind of annoying in the Termina map, mostly just because the Termina map is a lot easier than the Twilight map, mostly just because the enemies don't do stupid damage. Like I believe in the one of the Twilight map missions that I did on stream, uh, one attack did like 20 hearts of damage or something stupid like that.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Most of the time you don't get damage that high. Occasionally you do, but it's usually like with enemies that have the red glowy, which means like watch out, they're like super strong. It's not like just a normal enemy, so you know it's a little bit more fair in that. It's just a lot of them have more difficult win conditions, which is what I'd rather have make it difficult rather than just the like the enemies having obnoxiously high damage. But yeah, I like Midna. She's really good at ranged combat, which is good. I think the only thing that I don't really like about her is that I only ever really use two of her combos. That combo there where like she throws the wolves at people, and another combo which I'll do right now. 3, 4, where she... Oh, no, that's her normal attack. Where she like slams her hand down on the ground. That's another good attack because it charges her little darkness gauge. Which normally you'd have to just use her strong attack to do, and that like leaves you wide open. So, yeah, but her other combos are basically worthless though. So I guess that keeps her from being like one of my all-time favorite characters in the game. She's pretty okay though.
From when I played Hyrule Warriors when it came out, I found Link easily the most accessible because I guess he has to be. He's the main hero or whatever. But the other character I had lots of fun with, which apparently a lot of people don't actually like playing as her. I was actually really good with Fi from Skyward Sword.
Oh, I can't stand playing as Fi Fo Fum.
I don't know. I really liked the way she did. Like every one of her attacks was sort of this circular thing that just sort of covered the whole field. And there was like this other combo where you could go X X Y Y or something, and she would like zoom ahead with like these wings and stuff that would just like barrel through a whole crowd of people. I found Fi pretty entertaining when I was playing as her, but again, I played it for must have been a week, and then I didn't really touch Hyrule Warriors after that.
Yeah, my problem with Fi is just she doesn't have a lot of damage output. Like she is good at like keeping a distance with characters, but like it's just it felt like it took forever for me to actually kill anybody, which was annoying. But you know, different strokes, I suppose. Oh crap, I forgot to get the hook shot. Oh, fucking Argarok. Ugh, hit this. I am really sick of fighting this guy. I've probably killed him like 1,000 times.
So would you be excited for Nintendo Dynasty Warriors type game, as they said they had ideas for like all the Nintendo franchises?
Well,
How does that even work?
well,
I would totally play a Mario Dynasty Warriors, just beating up Goombas all over
That
the
would be
place.
so screwed up.
well, like
I
I
want
get.
Dreamland Warriors. I agree with Ted.
Yeah, well, no, Ryan came up with that idea. So, yeah.
Well then, Ryan too.
It's just like for me, it all how much I want one would depend entirely on like I think Pokemon Warriors was something that they mentioned specifically. How much I'd want that depends entirely on what cast list they get for it. Because if it's just like if they get a lame Pokemon list for that game, like I'd be just like whatever. But if like they got like Typhlosion and other cool Pokemon, mostly Typhlosion because he's the best. You know, that'd be cool.
The most obvious one you could do is Fire Emblem. That would be
Yeah,
that would be really simple to do.
Yeah.
that'd be awesome.
I guess
think you might have said this, Ted, but isn't one of the problems with Fire Emblem like there aren't a lot of generic enemies in the same way that like something like Zelda has?
well,
Because
that
a lot of the
doesn't.
time
That's
you're
not.
fighting like people.
Well, that's not necessarily a problem since Dynasty Warriors is based off of history, so like they just have normal people. And really, aside from the captains, there's not really a whole lot of difference between like the random mooks. Like the Stalfos are the Stall Children, whatever they're called. These little skeleton dudes here function almost identically to the Moblins and the green ones, which I'm sure have their own name, but I don't remember it at the moment. So
The
like
top
that,
left, I think.
eh, yeah, like the green, not Moblin thingies. Um, Zelda names are dumb. Anyway, so like other than the captains, which I'm sure they could work out like a way for like the generic lesser captains like this game's Lizalfos and stuff. They could find a way to work it out, like maybe just like have them like, okay, that's where you see Pegasus Knights or Wyvern Riders or something. What I would think is probably the bigger barrier is like picking the characters that aren't the lords from the games, because like obviously like Chrom and Marth and like Ike would be playable, but like who do you pick for like other characters from a specific game? Like how do you choose like a character from Fire Emblem 7, the Game Boy one, the first Game Boy Advance one? No, it's not the first Game Boy Advance one because Roy's game was the first Game Boy Advance. The first US Fire Emblem game. Like,
Yeah.
how do you choose some?
Hector.
Well, Hector's a lord. Like, how do you choose someone that's like not a lord from those games? Like, do you pick Urk? Do you pick Will? Do you like? How do you choose who to pick? Because like most of the like one thing problem I have with especially the older Fire Emblem games is that a lot of the personalities disappear as soon as you get them because every character has to die, so a lot of characters can't be written into the plot. You know,
That'd be a great gimmick for if they did make a Fire Emblem Warriors. I think that would be a great gimmick if you did actually lose people, if you don't save them on the field. Like if you don't rush to keep up with a guy when he's getting beaten up by a whole bunch of troops. If you don't save them, they're gone. That'd be fun.
Like
Well,
actually,
you'd have to make the AI worth a shit then, but
oh yeah, true. Because like I almost never try to save anyone in this game. Occasionally like a named character. It's just like, oh no, Xant's doing poorly. I might save Xant, but if it's like some nameless Hyrulean soldier, like I don't give a shit. He can die for all I care. And I know I sound like completely heartless there, but like
The
if he
hero of time.
no, I'm not the hero of time. I'm the hero of scarves, I guess. I don't know.
what a lame title.
Yeah, it kind of is. You know, that's why that era's Link gets all of the promotional deals and the first four figurine statues and whatnot, and I'm just here grinding Hyrule Warriors. Yeah.
Gonna get that Sonic and Tails diorama?
I don't have $350 to spare at the moment, so no. Is John actually going to get that, or is he too smart for that?
Oh, you know he's gonna get it.
Oh man.
What is? I gotta look that up because I
Uh,
saw. Oh, there it is. There's the link. Okay, because I saw it. I was on.
Yes,
my,
we are fighting
my
Link.
iPod. Oh, it's.
It's a
Alright.
good. The first
Alright.
4 figurines makes good models. They're just so it's like I can't afford them. Like I can barely afford them. I can barely afford Amiibos. So you know, it's just like how am I supposed to afford something like that?
Well, I assume
We
the
go to
great
Anime Boston. You see what anime figurines cost. There's a reason I don't I don't collect those because they can be ridiculously expensive.
I assume the Great Clement here is going to be getting the Eggman one
They're making an Eggman one.
from first 4 figures. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that they announced that.
I wasn't aware of this, but I'll have to look it up.
Is it classic Eggman or?
It's classic Robotnik.
Interesting.
Oh yeah,
Do you prefer
Dude,
classic Robotnik or modern Dr. Eggman, Clement? I forget. You might have said that somewhere on your channel, and I don't remember.
I was always a fan of the Sonic Adventure jacket. That I felt like that's when Eggman got like, he started talking in the games, and that's when he started.
Yeah.
But that being said, like when Sonic Generations happened, I nerded out so much at the final cutscene when Robotnik shows up. Because, like,
Yeah.
just seeing the old classic guy with his cape, I was just like, oh my god, that's amazing.
nobody calls me that anymore.
Apparently that was an American only.
So what did
Why?
he say in like the Japanese version then?
I forget, but it was something just along the lines of "Yes, it's me."
Well, that's
Oh my god,
boring.
it's Eggman too.
Eggman. Oh man. But yeah, Sonic's totally dead now though, so we're never gonna get another Sonic game ever again, guys. Join me as I weep tears for a blue fictional hedgehog.
At least we still have the comics.
I did see the comic the comic cover where like Amy's braiding Zero's hair.
Yeah.
That
Wait.
got
Wait.
you know the Sonic you know how the Sonic Archie comics crossed over with Mega Man?
Oh, that Zero.
Oh, not Zero the robot.
Adventure.
Oh, I was gonna
got
say
really
Zero the robot,
confused.
but the Zero I was talking about is a robot. So
The Mega Man, Dr. Wily, Mega Man X
Yeah.
robot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds cute.
it's really funny. I think in the back,
Sticks is hitting a piano with his laser sword.
I think it's a Metal Pinata too, which is even
Yeah.
greater. Okay, that's a question. What are cuter, Met Tools or Chow? Met Tools, because Chow are
What-
lame.
Chow, shut up.
Buster.
I'm not the only one who noticed that Ryan like disappeared, right?
Okay, no, I just
No,
didn't
no.
want to start speaking and cut
I was
someone
waiting
off.
here.
I was waiting for him to say something. I'm like, finish the thought.
Now I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
You're back.
Okay. So what were you saying?
I was just thinking, but what about surf bots?
Okay, Serve bots are cuter than Met Tools and Chow.
Shut
Hell
up.
yeah.
No.
Hey, I find Chow better than Metools. So.
Thank you.
But they're
Clement
not
is
better
a
than surf
reasonable
bots.
human being. Oh.
Serve bots are pretty goddamn adorable, though. You gotta give them that. I've never played Legends myself, though, so
They get even better in Misadventures of Tron Bonne, because Misadventures of Tron Bonne is like this weird hodgepodge of like different gameplay styles where sometimes you're like robbing banks or robbing people's houses in more a traditional Legends type gameplay where you lock onto things and shoot them, and other times you're solving like puzzles, like when you have to like rob like a whole bunch of containers from this port. Other times there's like this weird spelunky adventure kind of thing going on, and one of my favorite things about the action levels, when you're running around as Tron and shooting people in her Gustav machine, you can send the serve bots to attack all of the enemies in front of you. So it's almost like Pikmin before Pikmin happened.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so it's like you can get like the serve bots to grab somebody and hold them still until they hold them for like 3 or 4 seconds, and then you can get like an early shot on them, or it exposes their weak point or something. So that's always fun.
Cool. Oh wait, that's the rupee up. I don't need that. Oh wait, that's probably why Minna didn't get as many levels. I probably used the wrong potion. But anyway, Ryan, since you haven't done it yet, why don't you pick a character for me to use for grinding?
Well, considering it's the launch day for Majora's Mask 3D, why not Lana in Skull Kid's outfit?
Okay, sure. I was actually trying to get her out of the Skull Kid's outfit, but you know, whatever. Doesn't really matter. She's also.
There's no Jason Voorhees outfit for Friday the 13th, so.
Oh yeah. Guess what day it is?
Today is Majora's Mask Day.
Okay, what weapon do I want to use? I'll just, you know what? I'll just use the spear. That's been going well for me so far. So.
And by the way, Clement, I like the Robotnik figure in the chat.
That looks really nice. Yeah, I agree.
By the chat, he means our Skype chat.
Yeah.
Twitch, you're out of luck. Sorry.
Oh, Skype chat. Okay, I just clicked on the link and all of a sudden Marth pops up. I'm like, that's not Robotnik.
Or is it? Dun, dun, dun.
Are either of you guys? I mean, Ryan, you're playing. Do you have Majora's Mask 3D or?
It's
ordered?
in the mail because I got the limited edition from Amazon.
Oh, cool.
Oh, the one with the Skull Kid out. The
Figure,
Skull.
yeah.
Did you end up managing to get the limited edition 3DS too?
Supposedly yes, but Best Buy hasn't confirmed with me.
Yeah, Best Buy hasn't been great about.
Yeah, well, I'm just assuming so for now because they charged to my account.
Mhm.
I figured they wouldn't charge to my account at this point if they didn't have it for me.
Yeah.
Did the charge go through? Is it like pending?
It went through.
Okay, that sounds pretty final then.
Did it go through like when you ordered it or like recently?
Well, no. I got the confirmation that my order went through when I ordered it.
Okay. Well, anyway, you sound like you're in better luck than most other people, because, you know, Nintendo has been bad about getting enough for everybody these days, so, you're lucky, dude. Hopefully that Skull Kid, figurine's, like, worth it. Because, like, you know, if it ends up, like...
It's only like $10 more, so I figured why not.
Oh, well, it's better, well, it sounds like a better freebie than what I got for paying $10 more for Bravely Default, which I got, like, an art booklet and a CD with, like, 10 tracks on it, so, you know. I wish
Only
that
10.
Yeah, that happens a lot with pre-order CDs. Like, I got one for Shin Megami Tensei 4 that only had, like, 4 tracks on it. It's just that they don't want to put the whole thing on the CDs, even though Japan gets all of them.
That happened with I got the Persona Cube limited edition thingamawhat's it, and it has a CD with 4 tracks on it. Like, okay then.
Japan gets like these really cute like figures with their special editions and like all sorts of crap, and we just get like Jack and shit. And Jack left town. So so yeah. Yeah, I want better.
Are you gonna get Majora's Mask 3D?
No, he already has it. His uncle gave it to him the other day.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't fit it into my 3DS though.
It must be some weird prototype. That's how he got it to you so early.
But in all seriousness, I do have this thing where like I don't know, I'm not great on like buying remakes. Like Resident Evil Remastered came out, I haven't bought it because I own the GameCube version. When Wind Waker came out, I didn't really get it until I had that free code from Mario Kart 8 because I've already played it. I own the GameCube version. I'm not really in a rush to get Majora's Mask, even though you know, it has new features that apparently make the game a little bit easier to play. Not that I thought the original game was bad to play, but I do think it is a little overrated in terms of gameplay. Like, I think the story's great, I think the character's great, I think the concept of the end of the world and the moon, and like, it's the most depressing, the most dark Zelda game that's ever existed, and I'm thankful for that. I think it's got great characters and stuff. I didn't like the dungeons and stuff, though. I thought the gameplay was eh.
That seems to be a pretty standard opinion of Majora's Mask, though. Like, people either seem to really, really like the game, or like they can't get into it. So, you know, you're not the only one who thinks that for sure. So, you know.
Well, we all know what you think about it, Ted.
That the first like 2 hours should be laid out better. Yes, it should be.
Because you never bothered to get any further.
Well, because I was like 8. Shut up. And it was the first Zelda game I ever played. Cut me some slack.
I still like it enough to recommend it. I don't think the dungeons are like awful. It's just, I don't know. I could never get back into like the Termina water dungeon, and I didn't really. And especially the Stone Temple one. I'm sure they must have fixed this in the 3DS version, but in the Stone Temple one, like the 4th one, you have to constantly use the ocarina to place all of these different statues of yourself as a human Link, a Goron Link, the Deku Link, and the Zora Link in order to push these statues everywhere. And I remember that just made getting through that place so slow.
They didn't really do a lot about that in what's it called? In the Water Temple, because you had to play the ocarina a lot in that too, mostly to
Well, at least the ocarina is its own button now versus an item slot.
Well, true, that helps some, but it doesn't like fix the problem that you're still pulling out the thing all the time. So, I don't know. I do know that they changed some things. Like, apparently not everybody likes all the changes. Like, some of them are, like, for some reason, apparently the swimming's worse.
Because they took out the dolphin swimming, now it's just swimming underwater.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. That was the best part of being Zora.
Apparently you can still play like that if you use the magic, like the little swirly
the barrier
thing.
magic, but you basically run out of that really quick unless you've got the Chateau Romani, which gives you infinite magic.
So basically, if you're ever gonna do anything with Zora Link, you gotta swig some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because that was great. That was the best costume. Because I remember when I put on the Zora mask, I would just like constantly do my best Echo the Dolphin impression and just swim through and like jump and swim and jump and swim and jump.
You played Echo the Dolphin?
Yeah.
Did it traumatize you nearly as much as it traumatized John from the
Something
thing?
tells me he's being a wimp about it. To be honest.
John hates Echo.
Yeah, he despises Echo the Dolphin.
It's just a blech game.
Yeah, he's not one of my favorites or anything, but I didn't know he actually like really hated it.
Yeah, he despises Echo the Dolphin. So
It's the kind of game where like imagine like the Sonic levels where you always have to go underwater and you always have to get air bubbles. You always need air as Echo. Like eventually you run out of air, so you gotta find like some kind of spot where like the water goes up or just some kind of bubbles that you can run into and fish to eat if you get damaged by enemies. And it's a very labyrinthy kind of game where like the tunnels and stuff, if you hold the C button down, Echo shoots the wave off screen and then it comes right back to him, and then it shows like a little overview map of where you are, and you're going to be using that a lot because you can get lost in Echo really quickly. Oh, and then you gotta like lead like crystals and stuff to other places and smash certain rocks, and yeah, I can see why it's kind of frustrating, but I don't know, some people like it.
well, you had to like it enough to play it. Did you beat it or?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
I played it for like, I played it a lot when I was a kid, but I never beat it.
Where the hell? Okay, this is one thing about this game that still annoys me. It's just like I'm trying to lock onto Link, and oh, it decided instead of locking onto Link, who's on screen, I want to turn around and lock onto Impa. Okay, game, thanks. That's totally what I wanted to do. Yeah. Okay, but anyway, how's the chat doing? Are they behaving themselves?
Yep. No,
Yep.
nothing's,
Okay.
nothing's good.
All
All
right.
83 of them.
Oh, cool. That's actually not bad for the Grindfest, so... Hey, guys. I swear we're not ignoring you. We're just, like, talking about shit. Normally, has anybody asked anything interesting or not really, lately?
No, I haven't really seen many questions recently.
Okay.
Um,
Did anybody go Amiibo hunting today?
some people mentioned getting Shulk.
Oh, good for you. Insert really feeling it joke here. I can't think of one.
Emil got his like a few days ago.
Oh, well, of course he got his a few days ago. He probably has all of the connections. Jamie, did you ever end up getting your getting Mega Man and Sonic? Because I know those were the two that you wanted the most. But they've been really hard for people to get a hand on recently.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I haven't really gone out to any video store or any kind of gaming place today. I was going to go tomorrow, and maybe I'll be lucky because I live in Canada, and I live in a town that's not filled with gamers. But that I don't feel optimistic about that because I remember the first week that Amiibos came out. I think I was there like maybe day 2, day 3, and Mario and Link were already sold out. And I was just like, ugh.
What?
Mario? Normally Mario's like the only one you can find on the shelf.
Really?
Yeah, 'cause Mario, they of course they made enough Marios because they expect, because Mario's a character that they're going to restock constantly. You can generally find Link, you can generally find Kirby, you can generally find Mario or Peach or stuff. It's anybody anymore. Why is somebody calling me? Like, the one reliable thing about being a social outcast is that people don't bother you. Jeez. Anyway, yeah, you can generally find like a Mario character. Zelda and Zelda and Link are pretty common, but like anybody more obscure than that is really hard to find. Like Samus can be tricky, but she's not too bad. I got lucky and found a Pit, who's apparently rather difficult to get a.
Good luck getting Marth.
Oh no, Catherine has a Marth.
Yes, I do.
I just meant in general, but yeah.
Yeah, well but Martha, apparently they're restocking him, but you know, I have no clue when that's gonna be, so, yeah.
Oh, I can get Sonic and Mega Man no problem. I just have to pay $50 on eBay.
Yeah. Yeah.
$50 plus shipping.
Oh, and you live out of the country, and since most of these people are probably American, you probably have to pay like an extra $10 onto that.
Probably.
And they're Canadian bucks too, so they're worth more. Damn it.
Wait, I thought Canadian dollars are less. I thought.
No, I think they're worth
I
more,
always
so it costs less to get things. Is how it works, I believe.
That's on your definition of costing less, you and your free healthcare, you Canadians.
Don't be hating. We got awesome money. We got see-through money.
what?
Yeah, but doesn't your money still have the queen on it?
Oh, but you guys have dollar coins. Well, yeah,
Well,
the
so do we.
Canadian dollar coins.
Well,
Yeah,
nobody
including some
uses them.
Nobody, yeah,
Everyone
nobody
uses them. What are you
uses
talking
them.
about?
Well, you're in Canada land. Nobody in the U.S.
We're
uses
talking
them.
about American dollars.
American dollar coins, they exist, but nobody uses them. When I was in Europe, I loved how you could have like 1 and 5 euro coins, and it's like they're so pretty, and it's just I just loved it. I don't know why I get so happy about that, but then I got sad because it's back to the U.S. and it's like no, dirty paper money that people's grimy hands are on, as opposed to nice shiny coins that are probably a little bit cleaner.
Not to mention that the lifespan of a dollar is like a couple of months, and the lifespan of a coin is like.
No. Okay, I heard a whole thing about this. The U.S. money actually is very durable because it's made out of like linen and cotton. It's not made out of like normal paper. So U.S. money actually lasts like 4 years in circulation, versus paper money in like euros and Canadian dollars are made of different material, and those don't last nearly as long.
Huh.
There's a whole there's a debate. There's been a debate about whether the U.S. should switch to dollar coins as opposed to, or at least have dollar coins, more of them in circulation. But people, I think it ultimately comes down to lobbying between like the metal industry and the paper industry, and we know which one won that debate apparently. So.
Well, more like they don't want to change anything because the government is lazy.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, one of the only, like, when the Congress shut down a couple years back, one of the only things that continued to get paid was Congress. So, fuck trying to figure that out. Anyway, since all three of you guys picked a character, I'm gonna cycle back to Catherine again. Why don't you pick something? Because I was gonna pick myself, but I can't think. I am a sheep. So, you come up with something.
Can we get Raheem to crash the stream?
Hey guys! How you doing? Okay, hold on. I'm trying to. Where's the? I had a. Okay, here's the. Oh crap! No, I didn't. I forgot to get the potion. Damn it. Okay. We're gonna have to. And now that the load times are longer, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to wait for it to finish loading and then unload and whatever. Yeah.
So how's your day?
Yeah, just waiting for a busy weekend.
Busy. Oh yeah, because you got the video. I think I saw you mention on Twitter you got the videography gig. That's really cool. Congrats.
What kind of
Well,
stuff?
the first part of it anyway.
What kind of stuff are they having you do?
I'm just the camera for interviews.
Oh, cool. I imagine it's probably not going to need like too much supervision. Well, I mean, it's obviously probably a pretty expensive camera, so.
No, it's not.
Oh, well, it's more expensive than anything I get to be in charge of, so be grateful.
Honestly, I think your laptop might be more expensive than this camera.
We'd have to see, but so like, do you just keep so do you just have to like point it at the guy?
At the subject, yeah.
Okay. You don't have to like move it around too much or anything like that.
I shouldn't, but we'll see tomorrow.
Okay. Well, that's still, that's still really cool though.
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully
I
that goes
just
well
have a
for
lot
you.
going on this weekend, which is weird.
Yeah, because you've got that, and we've got. Oh yeah, you have to work on your. Oh wait, hold on. Before we get started, we need to see Girahim's mask, which is the Kamaro mask, which makes his face, which makes it looks like Girahim has no face, and also he can dance really good apparently. Um, yeah,
Ah,
uh,
sweet.
yeah. But you got to work on your birthday. That sucks.
It's only for a few hours.
Okay. Do you got any other plans for tomorrow?
Just dinner with the family and going to the comic shop with my sister. So she's getting me a birthday gift there.
Oh, cool. So you're just gonna be like, that's actually probably a better idea. It's just like, I will buy you a comic. Find the one you want. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't know, like, what comics
Yeah,
are good comics.
Well, no, she's trying to get into comics. It's just
Oh, cool.
she'd rather just give me what I want.
That makes sense.
Okay. How about you? How about you, Clement? Any special Valentine lady plans?
No. I am single at the moment, but
Oh, well, that's just a blessing for the rest of the world.
of course.
He's open, ladies.
Oh my God, the Kamaro mask wobbles when you move around. This is great.
It has fickle physics.
I think it does, actually. It might just be Girahim's kind of erratic head movement, but it certainly looks like it does. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Okay. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna try something. Oh wait, I remember seeing in a comment on the YouTube version of the stream that somebody said that taking advantage of Girahim's little thready thing makes him way more useful. So I've been trying to do that. It's normally kind of hard to remember to do that unless if I'm fighting like a boss or something. So I've at least been trying to take advantage of the things that make the characters more useful. Now, because Girahim's not a character I like to use too much. He's okay. But, he's definitely more usable than someone like Agatha or Rudo. I am not a fan of Rudo at all.
We're well aware, Ted.
Oh, well, shut up. Like, no, who asked you? Anyway. It disappears when he goes into his magic mode. We're probably not even going to be seeing a lot of the Kamaro mask then. Damn it. Ugh. This is how he looks when you fight him in Skyward Sword, right? With, like, the black...
And it's yeah.
Okay. Is that fight any good? I know, like, the imprisoned fights.
No
Like...
fights in that game are good.
Uh-oh, here he goes.
Because I know we're eventually gonna have to do that game, because we've talked too much shit about it to not do it. So, it's too long of a game for me to not play first. So, I'm gonna have to play it eventually. So I need to look forward. I need to know what to look forward to and
You can have my copy.
Like, to be honest, I could probably find it actually, no, wait, Nintendo property. Maybe not. I was gonna say I could probably find it used in a GameStop cheap, but that's not necessarily the case.
Well,
Like,
with
You could probably find it used on eBay cheap.
with Metroid Prime Trilogy and Punch-Out coming digital, maybe Skyward Sword will be digital soon too.
like as a promotion for what's this called? Yeah, the HD Zelda game. That would make sense actually. I would That would be good. I mean, I'd probably be a lot more likely to play the new one than Skyward Sword, because like but it'd be nice to have the
Actual
option.
controls.
Like, the motion plus just does not work very well in that game is the problem, right?
It works okay for simple things, but it's one of those things where to really do sword fighting is just not good enough. The technology itself is not there yet.
It kind of sucks too, because like waving the remote around like a sword or a lightsaber was like the first thing anybody ever does with the Wiimote. So it sucks that it's not really up to snuff when it comes to that sort of thing. At least. Oh well, it's a shame.
There are just a ton of other problems with it, but I'll refrain going into a rant here. So.
Well, no, it's relevant at the very least. At least we're talking about a Zelda game this time, as opposed to like Mario 3 or whatever it was last time. Or I think no, Gareth brought it up in Sonic Boom just to be a dick, and then people ended up bitching about it to you anyway. So
Yeah.
YouTube comments, man.
Which is why he's not invited back for anything for a while.
Oh damn!
Oh man.
Oh,
Internet
shots.
drama hurts my soul.
Okay, you know what? If that's the worst internet drama we get at Brain Scratch, I'm grateful.
Yeah, my thing with Zelda is like I just prefer regular controls. Like even if the controls, the motion controls were like 1-to-1 exact, I just find it kind of tiring to go through entire dungeons having to swing my arm all the time. Like it's a big reason why I prefer playing Twilight Princess on GameCube over Twilight Princess on Wii. Like I played the Wii version first because I figured it's the updated console. It's gonna be the best running version probably, and like I tried getting into it and I just really couldn't, and then I got the GameCube version not too long after that, and all of a sudden I was like really enjoying it more. I was like, huh.
The motion controls, I know that they use the pointer for like the bow and the
If it's just a pointer, that works just fine.
but like it's you swing your arm for sword swipes, and I'm guessing like that might not be the most precise thing.
No.
Because like you slice whenever you're attacking something in Zelda, you swipe your sword a lot. Like the motion controls for like the spin attack in Galaxy work fine because you only ever need to do like one spin at a time. So like that just works like a button press. But with like a sword, like it would probably eat like a handful of your swings occasionally. So, yeah. Okay, a Twilight Princess, if we ever get around to doing that game, is another one I'm gonna have to play. I did play Link Between Worlds though, because it was on sale a couple weeks back. That was pretty good. Like,
Oh yeah, that game was great.
I thought that some of the dungeons were kind of boring because like you only ever needed one item for any one dungeon. But other than that, it was pretty good. It kind of bothered me because I got like all but like 3 heart pieces because like I just absolutely could not find the last handful. And
Was one of them the baseball game?
no, I did beat the baseball game. I could not beat the one where you had to run from one side of the map to the other. Like, because for some reason I missed the dash boots until like the very end of the game, which was weird.
I fell for that too, because the thing Link Between Worlds does is it sort of inverts your expectations about how the quest is supposed to play out. Because like in the original Link to the Past,
Yeah, especially if you played the original Link to the Past.
yeah, there's this guy you walk up to, and he just immediately runs away from you. And I saw that guy again in Link Between Worlds, and I just assumed like I would have to get the boots to catch up to him.
That's what I haven't even played that much of Link to the Past, and that's what I assumed too. Like,
Yeah.
and because like especially in the second half of the game when you were getting all these upgrades, like the better Master Sword pieces, like the longer magic bar, things like that. I just assumed okay, the Pegasus boots will be one of them, like a non-essential but helpful thing you can find in the dungeons. But no, yeah. So like by the time I got to the end of the game. And like I had to do yet another mini game because all the mini games in Link Between Worlds kind of suck. So it's just like I just didn't not want to put up with it anymore. So I went to the final boss. But it was like nitpicky things aside, it was a very solid game. So I can like Zelda, guys, occasionally. Yeah.
My only problem with that game is that I was stupid and went to the Ice Palace first.
Why would you do that?
Why was that a problem?
Because it's the Ice Palace. It's the hardest dungeon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
Okay.
was like, if not the last dungeon I did, second to last. That dungeon was annoying. That's the one where you needed the fire rod, right?
Yes.
It's weird. The only dungeon that you can't go to when you start the Dark World is the sand dungeon, because you need to save the guy who has the sand rod. And I forget what dungeon he's in. I think he might be in like
you have to beat the thieves, the bandits' hideout to get to him.
Yeah, the bandits' hideout was actually the dungeon I did first, I think, because I just
it's the one the game expects you to do first out of the second half of the game.
Okay, that makes sense. There's really only 2 dungeons at the beginning of the game too, though. Like there's the like you only need to get through 2 dungeons to get the pendants because like Zelda just gives you one. He's like, oh hey, you might need this, and then
the first one's just a tutorial dungeon, so eh.
Oh, I'm not even counting that one. It's like the one that you need the bow, and then the one where you... I don't even remember.
You needed the hammer, and the other one needed the crap. What was the?
I'm surprised that they even put the boomerang in the game, because, like,
Yeah,
that thing...
the boomerang's completely useless in that game.
Yeah, the best item in that game had to be the tornado rod. I loved that thing. I wouldn't have been able to get through the gauntlet mini game without it, because it stuns every enemy in the area. So like, if you spam it, you're fine. Um, um, like I wouldn't mind seeing that item come back, because that was one of the few like new ones. The sand rod was kind of dumb, but you know, not all of them can be winners.
I like the sand rod. I like the fact that you could like push things up from under where they were. Like you could not only were you creating like walls so that you could sidle around, but you were also like flinging guys upwards by putting it underneath them.
That was cool. My problem with it is that I like weapons that can be used in like any situation. Like the tornado rod. It's not just for like dodging stuff or riding wind currents. You can use that in a lot of. It's a very versatile weapon. Whereas the sand rod is pretty much useless outside of the dungeons it's designed for. That was my biggest issue with it. Like there were some neat puzzles in the dungeon itself, and I liked points where like you got like the hidden Maiamais where you had to put them out of the ground with it. That was cool, but like you really can't use it for much of anything other than that. So that was my biggest issue with it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Kamaru mask has jiggle physics. Woo.
What a unnecessary detail.
Oh, Team Ninja helped make this game. So.
Oh, that would explain it.
That was the thing I immediately remembered. Like, as soon as the game boots up, it shows the Team Ninja logo, and then I saw the character Sia, and I'm like, yep, it's a Team Ninja game, all right.
Everybody brings up Sia. Midna's literally not wearing a shirt.
But you mean normal Midna, right? Not Twilight Midna?
No,
or-
Twilight Midna doesn't wear a shirt either.
Oh. Well
Yeah,
then.
things are different in the Twilight realm, okay?
Oh man.
It's totally legal over there.
They're the Europe of the multidimensional Hyrule.
Oh man, frickin' Agatha. Let's see. Do I? I always hate trying to decide which weapon I want to throw out because I think about it too hard. Oh wait, I think this is a new addition, but you can just press the X button now, and all of your materials just did I just call them materials? Part of this balanced breakfast.
From what? With the cereal from Final Fantasy VII?
Well, well, like if you shrunk them down, they could be like Tricks or Captain Crunch or something.
Or Kicks or
Materia
something.
are never consistent in size in Final Fantasy VII from what I remember, because in the games, like Aerith White Materia is like looks like the size of a fist, but then in Advent Children they're like much smaller, I think. I don't know. Then like they're big but no size is consistent in that game. As just look at the transition between overworld models and battle models. Because when Cloud finds them on the map, they look like they're the size of like at least his fist. But then again, his arms.
Quick, someone pick a character. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ganondorf.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
heard us.
Okay, I guess I'll show off his mask. Then he gets Odala's remains. Oh my god, he looks ridiculous with that thing on. Okay, we're getting Ganondorf then. He is pretty good though. I'm just surprised that both of you guys picked that at the same time. Catherine, what would you have said?
That mask does look stupid. I don't know. I hadn't thought that far.
You would have said
Ganondorf's fine with me.
You would have said Ganondorf. All right.
Lord,
Man.
that mask.
Yeah. I'm wondering if anybody else gets one of the boss masks. I know that Sia gets Majora's mask as her mask. I haven't unlocked it yet, but I know that's what she gets. But Agatha gets the Donjuro mask, so the most useless mask goes to the most useless character. Fi gets the stone mask, so like she becomes invisible when you play as her. It's very difficult to see what you're doing. Link just gets his Fierce Deity outfit that you can wear at any time. Like he gets the full outfit. So fans of that mode will be happy that they don't have to pick Young Link to play as Fierce Deity. So that's cool. I'm trying to remember who else. Volga gets the Giant's mask. Wizro gets the captain's mask, the Captain Kita mask, I should say. And I'm trying to remember who else gets. Impa gets the Mask of Truth. Sheik gets Keifel's mask. Zelda gets the bunny hood, so you can make a whole bunch of Playboy jokes with her now.
Aw.
Yeah.
Man, like that just perfectly sums up the male and female reaction to that mask for her. And I'm trying to remember, like Lana gets the Deku Scrub mask. Um, uh, we saw Darunia with the Goron masks. Bruto gets Zora. Am I missing anyone? Minna, I've seen it in like battles. She gets like this weird like shield looking thing. What's it that I don't know what it is. I don't recognize it from our Majora's Mask playthrough at the very least. So I haven't unlocked it yet though, so I can't show you guys what I'm talking about. Or well, if I had unlocked it, I'd know what the thing was called, and it wouldn't be an issue. But whatever. Um, um, Oh, I don't know what Zant. No, oh, Zant gets the what's it called mask, the Gorman Brothers mask. Although I wonder if you run around as Zant, wonder if when you're running around as Zant with that mask on, if if like it cries behind him like it does in the game, uh, like that would be interesting. Um, yes. I'm sorry, I was babbling for like a good 3 minutes there, and I apologize. It will probably happen again.
How dare you?
Someone had asked what you guys think of Ted Ryan specifically. I don't know if you've played this game as well. Omega Roofy. I did it again. I did that in the
Omega
past
Roofy?
stream.
Oh God!
I did that in a past stream and immediately I didn't mean to say it, and then everyone in the chat was like Omega Roofy.
Oh my God, guys! Consent is sexy. Uh, it's Gen 3. That's all I have to
Omega
say about it.
Ruby on the Sapphire.
It's Gen 3. Oh, I forgot to
Oh,
get
and
the
just
I forgot to get the frickin' XP up thing again. Oh well, sorry. Um,
and it's still a badly designed region.
like you have to zigzag across every single route in order to get everything because they're all so wide. That's something that happened in Gen 4 too that I dislike is that okay, it's just like we're in a new region, so everything has to be big. And like instead of making it like interesting and like you don't have to wander around, everything's just empty space, which bothers me. Um
I just
so
remember with Gen 4, the one route I remember for the wrong reason is the snow route.
oh
Where
that's the worst one because like your movement's terribly slow and that game doesn't move fast to begin
yeah,
with.
it's huge, like wide, like you're saying. You can, and it's huge and it's long, and it's snowing, and I don't know where I am. And then it's like, oh, I just stumbled into a trainer.
Well, you
Okay.
have to fight all the trainers in the game if you want to use the PAL Park, which is stupid. Like, who thought that was a good idea? Uh, like, really? And yes, I know that you don't technically have to fight all the trainers. You have to fill out the Pokedex, but, like, the only way that you're going to do that is by fighting all the trainers, so, you know. It's less like you skip one and then you're wondering where you can find a Vespa Queen, and you're screwed. So, yeah.
I haven't played the remakes, Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, but I did play Ruby and Sapphire when it came out back in 2001, 2002.
I think it might have been. It might. No, I
I
don't
think
think
it was
it was.
2003.
Okay, I was thinking it might be '03, but I wasn't sure. Um,
At that point, I don't know. I guess it was just sort of getting like burned out on Pokemon, or I don't know. But like I played Red and Yellow. I enjoyed that when I was in junior high, and then high school we played Gold and Silver all the time. It was super fun, and then when Ruby Sapphire came out. I don't know.
Wait, hold on a moment. You were in high school when Gold and Silver came out?
I don't think so. I might have been in junior high.
Oh, man.
Let's see. I definitely remember that my last year of junior high was in 2001 because that's when 9/11 happened. Sorry to
Oh.
bring that up. But so yeah, I was definitely in junior high till 2001. And,
Yeah, so gold and silver were out by then.
yeah.
Okay, that's just a grade thing. You're only like 5 years older than I am, but that just means that you're an awful lot ahead of me in like schools and stuff. Okay. Because I was in 3rd grade in 2001, so yeah.
But it was playing kind of the samey, but like I didn't really get into it the way I was Gold and Silver. I don't know if it was the soundtrack. I don't know if I didn't really like the 2-on-2 battles or whatever. I don't know what it was about Ruby Sapphire, but for some reason I just gave up after like the 5th gym, and then I didn't play Pokemon ever again until X and Y. So
You should if you're gonna go back, I really recommend did you try out the remakes of Gold and Silver at least?
no.
Okay. Well, those are great. But if you're gonna go back to like a new Pokemon game, I really recommend Black and White and Black and White 2. Those are both phenomenal. I love those games to death. The music's great. Like for once, like Pokemon actually has a traditional plot, which is weird but also fun.
A
And
well-designed region.
well, it's a circle. Like some people complain about the fact that it's too linear, but I like that it's I think it.
If you get too non-linear, you get Hoenn, and that's just a mess.
Well, it's weird because you get because like Johto and Kanto are both fairly non-linear regions, and I didn't have the same problem with them as I did with Hoenn. So yeah, it's odd. I think it's mostly because they're designed in a way so that you can get back to earlier places faster without like fly. Because in the first game, like you get in order at like especially you get like the ability to jump cut, not jump cut to like quick travel in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. But especially in the original Gen 3, like the 5th gym is back in one of the first towns you visit in the game. But like the way you're playing it, you can loop back to that pretty easy. But then getting back to where you were to get to the 6th gym is like takes like a good half hour. Well, not that much. I might be exaggerating, but you don't get fly until after the 6th gym, and then after that's all the water and ugh. So yeah, how much does the chat hate us now for dissing Gen 3?
No, people are just debating over which region's best, and views are. I mean, the rankings are. It's just a personal opinion, clearly, because people are all over the place with what they say is the best region. So.
It's usually the one people play first is the one that they consider the best. Because I guess it's just for a lot of people, Hoenn was their first Pokemon game, which I find kind of odd, but you know it makes sense. Every game's someone's first one. It's like the only real exception is I think for me, I think Gen 2 is a much better game than the original Gen 1. Partly because like Gen 1 is just not made very well. Like that
It's
game.
archaic.
Well, not just it's archaic. Like the game is pretty much falling apart with how glitchy. Like people think Sonic Boom is bad. Go back and play Pokemon. Like seriously.
And we got the improved one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the first one was like still like really unique at the time. Like it may be like kind of glitchy and buggy by today's standards, but it just caught your attention. In the 90s, it was just like Pokemon was so huge in the 90s. I'm not saying Pokemon isn't huge today, but it was much more crazy in the 90s when like celebrities from like Dawson's Creek would be doing specials for Pokemon and stuff.
I think it was a fad then. So like people who weren't into it, like you saw more people who weren't into video games playing it. Whereas now, like you'll see gamers and kids playing Pokemon, but not really like like someone's dad or someone from Dawson's Creek, necessarily.
How many of you in the chat know what Dawson's Creek is?
I know what Dawson's Creek is. I've never watched it, but I know what it is.
I don't know what Dawson's Creek is.
Oh God!
You're older than I am. Jeez.
I know.
I don't want to wait for our love to be over. Is that
That's
ring a bell?
Wait, that's
No,
where that song's
I-
from? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I like that. Oh, god damn it. Now that song's stuck in my head. Thanks, guys. Oh,
Should
man.
we replace it with something more annoying, Ted?
Depends. Define annoying?
It's a small world app.
Oh,
Oh, no. Anything but that.
Sorry, that Lion King joke just popped in my head when I was thinking about what to sing.
I've got a little bunch of coconuts.
Diddly-doo. I want to. I'm sure that already exists, but I kind of want a repeating a GIF of like Scar doing like the little dump 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 dump, because like he's normally so grumpy and he's so happy in that little bit. Oh my God, Ganondorf, you look absolutely ridiculous. Take that shit off. Ganondorf,
Told me to-
Ganondorf, you look like a failed jack-o'-lantern. Seriously, stop. You are not menacing. Actually, no, that's just normally true. You're not menacing. Stop being the main villain of the franchise. Jeez. No one likes you.
No, more like you just don't like the franchise.
No, Ganondorf's just really, really boring. Like
Depends on the game.
he's like platformer Bowser, but it's worse because there's no spin-off Ganondorf to even everything out, you know? Like, spin-off Bowser's great, but there's no spin-off Ganondorf to make it, that's, like, really hilarious to make everything better. Well, I mean, I guess there's, CDI Ganon, I guess, and, TV show Ganon. But they're kind of, yeah. Okay.
I don't particularly think CDI Ganon has a great character.
But he's going to make your face the greatest in Korodai.
Throw the book at him.
Or else you will die.
Not into the pit. It burns.
You haven't seen the last of me.
You dare bring light into my lair? Okay, I'm actually gonna remember the experience potion this time. Oh man, you guys
I
and
do
your
love the animated series Ganon though, because like I can't remember any quotes from the guy, but I just love the idea that this pig man who's just constantly like, I hate Link, because every time he gets his plan spoiled, and it's just I don't know, his voice was hilarious to me.
he kind of
And he always teleports around him needlessly.
he kind of reminds me
Oh, yeah.
of Skeletor actually.
A little bit.
Which makes sense considering that animation that is only slightly better than He-Man. Yeah, I said it. Come at me, bro.
Shots fired.
I'm not old enough to be a He-Man kid in his heyday.
It's just I've tried going back to watch those shows, He-Man, Transformers. They do not hold up. They are not good, like at all.
They're blatant toy commercials.
Like actually, like there are plenty of instances where you can find Movie Bob being hypocritical, but he did an episode on the Power Rangers, and he talked about like he was whining about them being like just a toy commercial, but he likes He-Man, so I'm just like, dude, shut up. Occasionally he can be
You
smart.
grew up in a decade where all of your shows were nothing but toy commercials.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, like everybody's show is always a toy commercial. Like Pokemon was a toy commercial for the Pokemon toys, like well, the Pokemon games.
Watch the
I'm not saying
games.
that. Yeah.
Nowadays, like the Pokemon, I wouldn't be surprised if Pokemon made more money from the merchandise than the shows, not the shows themselves. Well, maybe the shows, but then the games themselves. Well, actually, you know, that might not necessarily be true because the games don't seem like they have that big of a budget anyway. Like they're relatively small. They're relatively like low-tech games. So, I wouldn't be surprised if like if that contributed to the amount of profit that it made, but I still would not be surprised if like the toys and stuff end up making way more money for Nintendo and the Pokemon Company than the games did. Because that's how it's like with like comic book movies and stuff. Is that like the ticket sales don't really pay for it. All of the merchandise and the shirts and the action figures and stuff. That's what pays for those movies.
Merchandising, merchandising. Where the real money of the movie is made.
That's
That
Spaceballs,
wouldn't
right?
surprise me
Yeah.
because I've been to the Nintendo store in Manhattan, and
Wait, you have?
they like
Oh wait,
yeah,
you
yeah,
told me
'cause
that.
Because
Yeah, I've been there.
I had an internship in Manhattan one summer, and I went there a couple of times. I don't remember if I actually bought anything, but because
You
it
could
was just
buy
like
all their Mario stuff.
no. But they had a lot of Pokemon plushies, and like there were a ton of people in that section of the store. They just had like bins of Pokemon plushies.
Yeah.
Fucking Japan.
I
Like,
don't think I saw a Cyndaquil though. I do remember. I think I saw a Chikorita.
I
think there's
I have a,
rotating.
a Cyndaquil. I got it at Momocon, last time we went.
Oh,
Which we will be going to again this Memorial Day weekend in Atlanta, Georgia. Pre-order your tickets now.
if you are in the greater Boston area, you can come to Anime Boston,
Yeah, I'll
which
be
is
there.
I don't remember when.
It's in
Sometime.
April. It's Easter weekend in April, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm exciting. Woo.
Yeah. I'll be
Uh,
there.
Who
I
else
am
is going to
Catherine.
be there?
I don't know. Not you.
Probably. Who is gonna be in Anime Boston? That's a good question.
I don't know.
There-
I don't remember any of the guests because I'm not really going for any of those.
I normally don't care. Like I actually normally don't care. Greg Aries is gonna be there.
Who's that?
Oh,
He
Greg
did
here is the guy who does
what's
like
his
the
name
one
from
who
Evangelion?
does
He did
the,
Shinji
like, the
from
one voice for
Evangelion.
everything.
I thought Spike Spencer was the voice for Shinji.
No. That was Spike Spencer.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, Spike Spencer is Shinji.
Oh, what am I thinking of? I'm thinking of something.
Greg Ears does like the same voice for like everything he does.
Well, you could say that about a lot of VAs, though. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
I
Dan
can't remember
Green.
if there was. I think someone was joking about. I don't think it was actually Greg Aries, but the guy from Negima who's like, "I'm a 10-year-old teacher. I'm from England." I think that wasn't actually Greg Aries. It just sounds like Greg Aries.
Does everybody he voice talk like this?
That's the joke, at least. Why did I think Greg Aries did? I gotta look this
Shinji
up.
doesn't really talk like that. He's more whiny than like cutesy.
Let's see.
Although I haven't really watched Evangelion all the way yet, so yeah.
No, it looks like why did I think he was?
Well, that's one thing I want to bring up though, Ted. You watch a lot of anime with Catherine.
Well, no, we've watched like 2 shows.
Yeah.
So like, it's mostly just because we don't get a chance to like meet up IRL very often. So
Yeah.
it's taken us like a couple months to get through. Just
Higarashi's a pretty long show too. It's got like 50 episodes with both seasons, and you have to watch both seasons, or
well,
you
you don't have to do anything, but like you should if you
if
want
you're
to
gonna
know.
watch it, it's like
Yeah, I'm surprised she talked you into watching that.
Yeah, I am
It's
too. I gotta pick the show we watch next. I don't know what we're gonna
Okay.
watch. Yeah, I've got nothing.
Since you like to watch Higurashi, you like long, depressing shows, don't you?
Apparently, it has a happy ending. Apparently.
it does. It does.
Define
I think-
happy.
I think the reason I thought you might like it is because honestly, the kind of mystery element of it and the trying to figure out who done it made me like kind of reminded me a little bit of Phoenix Wright in that like you're trying to put these pieces together. It's very different in a granted I'm not saying
Tonal,
it's
yeah,
similar,
it's tonally it's nothing close to Phoenix, right? But
No.
I did enjoy the mystery aspect, and we found out who the bad guy was last time we watched, and
Yep.
I was pretty shocked.
It was this character you've never seen before.
Dun, dun, dun. No, it was a character.
No.
It was a character.
Have you seen Higurashi, Ryan?
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay, cool.
I really love the openings to that show too, both of them.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm just remembering. Higurashi came out when I was in like high school. Ugh.
Oh wow.
That's actually,
definitely didn't.
that's actually, yeah, 2007. Yeah, that was when you were in high school because that was around the time I started like looking at YouTube stuff. Because I know you were still in high school when we like first started talking, Ryan. Um, and I was like, yeah, you were like a junior, senior in high school, so I was like a freshie. I was
No,
like,
I think I first met you after when I was in college.
did you? Okay, maybe like I went back and watched some of your old videos from when you were still in high school. Then, might have been that.
Probably.
Yeah, because in 2007, I like it was more. Actually, it was probably more like 2008, 2009. Um, um, so I was like 15, 16 at the time. So yeah. Like I'm not old. I'm like barely able to drink and stuff.
Someone in the chat asks, "Do I watch anime?" Unfortunately, no. I don't really watch any anime at all.
You don't do the
Uh,
animus?
Not
Do
really.
you watch anime?
I don't know what that is.
Do you read the mangas?
I'm just joking because I think there was this whole thing. Recently, not too recently deceased Monty said something about people were like, "Oh, is RWBY an anime or not? It's made in America," and he referred to it as an anime, and people were like, "What are you talking? Like what?"
No, what he was calling it a meme. So it's just like it's the entire show is just someone doing the Numa Numa dance forever. Um,
Yeah. But me watching anime, it isn't like prejudice or anything. It's just like I don't really watch cartoons or TV shows much, if ever. Like the last time I really watched a TV show through was like Breaking Bad, and usually I just go online to watch like all my internet shows, and I'll play my video games and I'll live my life occasionally. But I don't really watch TV or anything. And there's a few stuff I've kind of wanted to watch, like I kind of wanted to watch Gotham, but I just really haven't had the time for it.
Don't bother.
Don't bother.
like I hear Arrow and Flash are pretty good, but Gotham I have
Yeah.
not heard a single good thing about. So, ooh,
Uh,
exactly
but
three.
Put it Enigma with your riddles. You riddling all the time. You riddling riddlester.
And they just
That's
won't
say no
call
more.
Edward Nigma is a stupid name though. Like that's a comics thing and not the
Yeah.
But like Edward Nigma is a pretty dumb name. But like yeah, like
Well, no, they just had to shoehorn in so much Batman mythos into it when it should have just been a crap drama.
well it is Gotham City, so you want like some Batman stuff, but like you think that they'd like try to base it off of like the like it's kind of hard to have like recurring characters when like you can't like do anything to the villains because like they can't be in jail because like they need to be villains.
Yeah, that's the
So
problem with a prequel. You're always shackled by like they have to be this, so you can't do anything drastic.
yeah. I haven't. Apparently, Agent Carter is at least supposed to be better than Agents of Shield. So I might give that a watch. But most of the time, I'm more likely to boot up an LP or something if I have nothing to do.
Yeah.
Than if I were then like turn on the TV. Like at the very least, Netflix allows me to watch shows. But I'm probably more likely to go back and watch older stuff than I am to watch something new. Because like
I
the
assume you're gonna watch all the Netflix Marvel stuff.
well, yeah, but that's because I'm really interested in those. Like, I'm really interested for Daredevil in particular because one of my favorite runs of comics right now is Mark Waid on Daredevil.
And too
So
bad that's all gonna go down the shitter with the reboot.
it depends on what they do with it. Like, if they're like, I don't know if they're like fully rebooting it or if they're just plopping Miles Morales in the main universe. Like, because that seems to be the only reason why
They said they're creating a whole singular universe.
Gah. Hopefully they at least keep him on as the writer at the very least, because he does such a good keep him on Daredevil, keep Matt Fraction on Hawkeye, and I won't really care. I'll just say that.
Speaking of Netflix, Legend of Zelda, what?
Great. I don't know. Yeah.
Just have Link pantomime all of his lines.
Hut, 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 hut.
I would be genius if they cast a Link who never talks ever during the whole show.
Well, it's not that hard to do. You just give him a little fairy buddy, like they do in this game.
Proxy.
Yeah, like I'd
That's subtle.
Proxy's not really very.
Right?
Proxy's not a super interesting character, so I'd probably like somebody closer to Tattle, who's like more sassy. But like, yeah, like you give him a little fairy buddy, and that's all you really need to do, to do that.
No, better yet, you give him a ventriloquist mime.
Oh, what? No,
Yeah,
no,
ventriloquist dummy. So it's just that's always talking.
no. Okay, now I'm kind of imagining a Sesame Street Zelda.
Two rupees.
Ganondorf, what shape is the Triforce? Oh, man. No, I don't care about Agatha. She's not princess of shit.
You really hate Agatha, huh?
She's awful. Did you try playing as her? She's literally the worst character, like, ever created.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of her gameplay, but...
It's just, you have to use her so much in adventure mode, and it's just like, every time I get to a mission where it shows Agatha's hearts, it's just like, oh, man, so yeah.
You're the one determined to 100% this game.
I've gotten through so much. If I didn't now, I would just be quitting. And I don't quit on some. Okay, I quit a lot, but I'm not quitting this time, okay? Man. Okay.
Surprise, 5 more DLC packs are coming out.
No, there's only one more DLC pack planned.
That's the bosses thing?
Yeah, and it's less expensive than everything else, so I'm assuming that it's gonna have less stuff in it too. So I'm hoping that I can start recording this game for Brain Scratch before that even comes out, because that would make my life an awful lot easier. Like, I have no idea how I'm gonna well, like, I know that I'm gonna cut to adventure mode occasionally so that I can show off characters that don't show up in story mode, but like, I don't know how I'm gonna like do anything, like who I'm gonna show or in what level or anything like that. I'm actually probably gonna have to plan this one. Ugh.
Are you actually gonna play it on like hard or?
Hero mode, yeah. That's the plan, because like I'm gonna have level 200 characters. I'd better be playing on hero mode.
I was gonna say, if you play easy or normal with like level whatever, it's just gonna be like you're just gonna blow through like enemy.
It'd be a 3-part playthrough. No, wait, actually, there's probably more cutscenes in the game than that. But like it'd be less than 10 for sure.
And I would think that like constantly in these fights, you're always sort of like waiting for something to happen. Like you need to wait for King Dodongo to show up, and you need to wait for, I don't know, the Deku Tree to set on fire and stuff like that.
Well, all of that stuff it would happen faster than you think, because it's all tied to like certain events, like you capture such and such keep, then or you beat such and such captain, then the Deku Tree lights on fire or something like that. So that would go quick. It's just a lot of the time I would be standing around, because I would finish the level faster than the dialogue explaining the situation would. So I'd just be standing around, just like, you have to defeat Ganondorf. He's lying on the ground. He's attacking everybody, guys. He's literally right there. Oh no, what are we going to do about this great evil tormenting Hyrule? He's lying at my feet right now.
Hey, listen.
Navi is in the game. Yeah, like for 30 seconds, but she is. Like in the level where where the Ocarina of Time level, like she shows up and says, "Oh no, the Gorons are being assholes," and then she disappears.
So you murdered them.
But it's just a misunderstanding, and everything goes back to normal.
That level was so weird. Like the Goron's death cry is so like. It's just like I'm killing Gorons by the thousands, and I'm just like, Jesus, this doesn't feel right.
I remember Ted played that. Ted showed some part where he was killing Gorons, and I was just like, those guys are like good, right? And he's like, oh,
they're
no,
brainwashed. They're brainwashed.
Death Mountain, indeed.
For them. So I very much appreciate this game's plot. This game has such a great plot.
Yeah.
I enjoy playing through the plot, especially Sia's plot. Seriously though, Sia's Tale is probably the most interesting part of the entire game, story-wise, and it's DLC. So, yeah, how about that?
She's just a fangirl, that's all.
Well, yeah, the costume I have on right now is her Link cosplay, with the green robe and the blue whatever the heck.
Oh, it's one of
Yeah.
those cosplays where you don't actually try to. You're like, screw it, I can't do a one-for-one imitation of this outfit, so I'm gonna do my creative interpretation.
No, it's just she didn't want to make an actual costume, so she just made the sexy version because people would oogle at that anyway. Which I'm
10 out of
sure
10
is
best cosplay ever.
yeah, because I'm sure that's a thing that happens.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is. I can't think of any I've seen offhand. I've seen people walking around in very skimpy cosplay outfits, but I think those were mostly people either actually cosplaying a character who wore that outfit or doing Pokemon Gajinka.
The first examples that come to mind when it comes to that are Kill la Kill and Yoko from Gurren Lagann.
Yep, yeah.
Although Yoko's supposed to be like 14, so like that's always a little bit creepy, but
Yeah.
you know.
Well, unless they're doing time skip Yoko where he's 24, which
Yeah, but why would you do why would you do the one with that outfit as opposed to the fun outfit, you know?
But yeah. I can't think if I've actually ever seen any Yoko cosplay. I mean, like, I don't know what it'll be this year. That like last year, the Survey Corps apparently had their convention in Boston at the same time as Anime Boston, because there were like 500 Survey Corps members there.
Well, that's a good costume to do because you don't have to like make a wig or anything. Like if you wanted to be Mikasa or Eren, you can just get like the cloak and like a khaki outfit, and then you're good. Like
or buy it online. I mean, that's what people do for the most part. They don't make their own cosplay. They buy it. Like for something like that, people buy their costumes.
I'm pretty sure that they sell an official version of the cloak too, so you know it's not like it's hard to get a hold of, and you know that's fine. You know, like you know, I have respect for people who can make their own costumes, but like you know, if you're gonna buy them too, you know, it's like you know you don't want to like because making cosplay is expensive and time consuming. So like I'm not gonna blame anybody for not wanting to put up with that at all.
Yeah.
Judging a little bit.
Okay, I see how it is.
Just saying.
Not everybody makes cosplays like you do, okay? And by
Come
makes
to Anime
cosplay,
Boston,
I
you'll see
say,
what I mean.
I mean, is making one because you haven't done like a character before, right? You
No,
said,
I've never cosplayed. I've worn Lolita to Anime Boston, but that's it. That's not cosplay. That's just looking like the doll. But
I could cosplay Hobo Phoenix.
isn't that what you wear normally?
Well, that's not what I wear normally, but I could get that at the store, no problem.
Yeah, all you'd have to do is like forget to shave, and then you'd be golden.
Give me a hoodie, toque, you know.
we could just get a little button and paint the little smiley face on it. Little noodle thing.
It'd be super
Get a
easy.
hat that says Papa.
If you happen to have a blue suit riding around, normal Nick is really easy to do too. I went as him for Halloween one year in high school. Like all I had to do was put on. I had a blue suit, so and a red tie, so all I had to do was slick up my hair, and I was good to go.
Nice.
So yeah.
Actually, one of the recurring jokes I get on my channel is sometimes I wear white shirts. I always wear like this red sweater jacket thing in all my videos because I figured that was like my trademark thing. I always wear it just because, you know, why not? And I always change the t-shirt. The t-shirt's always going to be different, and sometimes I wear a white t-shirt. And I remember I did a video for Sonic Free Riders where I was just playing it at my friend's house, and my friend was recording me playing it as I was like imitating the Kinect movements and stuff. And everyone made the joke that like, oh my god, Clement's cosplaying as Fry from Futurama.
Well, that's a really well. You're not a ginger, so like that's not like.
No, but like I literally had the exact same kind of outfit. Like I had the jeans, I had the white shirt, I had the red sweater thing going on, and everyone was just like, "Oh my god, it's Fry from Futurama!" I'm like, "Damn it! I wasn't trying to cosplay. That's what I actually wear."
So you actually are Fry from Futurama, then, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, and now I'm a cartoon character apparently.
Well, you live on the internet. That's kind of like a TV show, right?
I always find it weird when you see certain YouTube videos and then it's like a let's play, and like at the bottom it's like season 5, episode 2 or something.
Oh yeah, like I don't.
Put that?
Yeah, some people do. Like, I get like putting it into like the only thing that makes sense for me is something like if you're playing a game that like has no end, like Minecraft or something. If you want to do that, whatever. But if you're like doing like Ocarina of Time or whatever, that just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing.
Like separating it by like series, like whatever. If this is your 5th Let's Play, Series 5, that makes sense. Although most of the time that's just like listed on the playlist and not necessarily on like the video themselves. But yeah, we're totally on season 4 of Brain Scratch Com. So if we make it for one more year, we'll get syndication, and that's where the real money's at.
I don't know. I think the ratings aren't there.
Oh, that's why we're doing this whole scam. I mean, con in May, to boost awareness of the show. Right, Ryan? Back me up here. Ryan?
Ryan, he's abandoned you.
No, I'm not backing you up.
Your internet's kind of wonky right now, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, well, it's not a
Yeah,
big deal.
I noticed things have been sputtering a little bit, but
Yeah. Do you have the stream running?
yeah.
You might want to try like turning that off, because like really, it's not like I'm doing anything interesting on screen. That might help. That might help a little bit.
Way to sell the game, Ted. Jeez.
Well, no, the game's fun to play. It's just I've been doing the same mission for the past hour and a half, so it's not like anything new's happening. I'm still beating up the same bosses and whatnot. There's just more boobs now. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yep, there they are. Woo. Give you guys like a full 360 shot and everything.
Did she just do an attack where she just like wiggles her butt?
I'm sure that in her attack she wiggles her butt. One of Tingle's weak attacks is him wiggling his butt.
Of course it is.
Because of course, if you're thinking about sexy characters in this game, it's obviously Tingle.
Well, we don't want this. We can't play as Tingle then. We don't want this stream to get too raunchy.
Oh no, man! Like, that's for Brain Scratch After Hours, guys.
Brain Scratch Nights.
I like that she sticks her goons on the big U on the victory screen. It's like, I killed you.
Man. Okay, so it's getting pretty late. We've been going for like 2 hours or so. So this is gonna be the last the last mission. I'm only gonna do one more. So this time I'll have the chat pick who we want to play as. Anybody but a DLC character, guys.
They're all gonna choose Tingle anyway.
Well, yeah, but
Well,
I'm
we
not gonna
ignore
listen.
those votes.
Yeah, we ignore those votes. You learn to work with what chat gives you and not gives you at the points where it does that, because it likes to not do that at points.
Someone said Agatha.
Rudo, Zelda.
Oh, Zelda! We can play Zelda! Woo! Okay.
Agatha, shut up.
No, we're not doing... Yeah.
The Zelda.
Okay.
Any votes at all.
We saw two...
Zelda.
We saw two Zeldas.
Zelda.
We're doing Zelda.
Yeah. Can we please do Zelda with the bunny hood?
Yes, we can do Zelda with the bunny hood.
Yay!
So you can have... So we can make all of the Playboy jokes we want. Okay. EXP Accelerator. Zelda's also kind of under leveled for some of the missions I need to do with her, so That would be good anyway. Let's see. All right, I'll use her. Okay. Oh, wait, did I have the bunny hood equipped already? I think I did. Well, if not, no, I'm pretty sure I have it equipped because I'd really rather not have to wait for the thing to stop loading and then load up the level all over again in order to put the bunny hood on her. Yeah. Unfortunately, she does not move twice as fast when wearing it. So, sad face.
Blasphemy.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, it didn't make you go. It must be Ocarina of Time's bunny hood.
Did the bunny
Yeah.
hood didn't make you go faster in Ocarina of Time?
No.
Nope.
I thought that there was a side quest with the Running Man in that game too, though.
It was part of the mass salesman thing.
Oh.
It didn't make
remember
you go
you saying-
faster, but he ran faster as a result.
He ran fast. Yeah, I remember you saying that in one of the videos where he took the bunny hood or whatever and he zoomed around with the bunny hood on.
Oh man, she just looks ridiculous with this thing on. Oh god. I love the masks. Like it's a way more interesting costume than the recolors. Like I was fine with some of them. Like I prefer a few of the recolors to the main skins for some of the characters. But oh man, these masks are just hilarious.
It looks really cute.
Yeah, it does.
I liked the costumes that were not just like a recolor, but things like Postman Link or, you know, ignoring feelings on the game. The one, is it Skyward Sword Zelda where she's like barefoot and wearing like a simple sort of dress?
There is a Skyward Sword Zelda, but there's also one from where she's wearing clothes from a character from Twilight Princess. Ilia, I
Okay.
believe her name is.
I might be thinking of that one then.
Okay.
But I like those where it's a little bit different as opposed to like a blatant just like we had an intern recolor it.
Yeah. What? How did Volga not take damage from that explosion? Whatever. But anyway, yeah, I do too. I guess it's just that they take a lot more work, so that's why not everybody has them. Like, at the very least, everybody can get something like this because they're easier to make. Whereas, like, Link has, like, 50 costumes, and someone like Ganondorf has a few. Someone like Girahim has no unique costumes. But yeah, like, I do wish that they had made a few more unique ones, or at the very least that they had, put a few, like, even if they were just, like, buyable things in the store. Because I do know that the pre-order costumes are up for sale now, because I have a few of them. Like, and to be honest, the Zelda, the Hyrule Warriors costumes are a pretty good deal, considering that, like, certain costume packs where you get, like, a costume can go for, like, $3 on other games, and in this game, you get 2 or 3 costumes for, like, 2. So, like, that's a pretty good deal, I'd say, in my eyes, at the very least. Yeah. It's very weird seeing Zelda in her normal pink dress, though, because I normally play with her in the blue one from the Twilight Princess map, so it's very strange seeing her back in the pink again, I have to say.
That makes sense.
Did anybody from the chat have any pressing questions, or not recently?
What is the most disturbing movie/game you've ever watched or played?
Movie? I'm not sure. I don't really watch an awful lot of, like, scary movies or things like that. Where the hell is that?
Same.
Yeah, I don't even know what, like, I would consider disturbing in terms of movies or games. Like, I would say there's this one movie I felt kind of unclean watching, which was this thing called Irreversible. Irreversible has this weird thing where, like, it goes back in time with each scene. It's almost like that. I don't know if you ever watched Seinfeld, but there's this episode of Seinfeld where Elaine goes to India and for like a friend's wedding, and every time it starts with the ending and it keeps backpedaling until the very last scene is supposed to be like the first scene. And that's kind of how Irreversible is, but it has like one of the most graphic rape scenes I've ever seen in a movie, and I was just like, I was so not expecting that when I came into the movie, and it was just like, oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah. Irreversible is the movie, and I would not recommend it if you don't want to watch that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
In terms of games, I don't think I've ever been disturbed by a game too much. Like even like Silent Hill or like a Resident Evil or any kind of horror game, I'm just like,
Well, Resident Evil isn't scary.
no. But even like a Silent Hill, it's like it's atmospheric, it's cool, I like it, but I was never disturbed. I was never like, oh man, Silent Hill's rocked my world. I can't go to bed at night or something. Like it's been fun.
I don't know. You play PT.
I've played PT. I wasn't like shaking after I played it or anything. I thought it was really cool though. I was like, ooh, like I had the jitters and stuff, but like I don't know if I was disturbed by it.
I haven't.
Disturbed means something different to me than that. Like I would say like The Last of Us freaked me out because I hadn't ever really played a kind of horror type. Well, I don't know if you know what I mean, like a game that a survival game. I had never played a survival game like that before, so it freaked me out. But that's different to me than Disturbed.
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's, like, I haven't even played that game, but even Let's Plays get me to jump, but I don't know if that counts either, as, like, Disturbed.
Five Nights at Freddy's isn't even scary.
It is
Have you
so.
played it, Ryan?
No, I've watched plenty of Let's Plays of it.
Like, that game gets me to jump, a lot, though. Like,
Some scares don't count as scares to me. That's just
it's pretty
pop.
tense.
Ooh.
It builds the tension, though, so it earns it. It's not like
Not to me, because you can't do anything in that game. You're stuck in the chair.
That's the point.
Why would this guy work there, honestly?
Okay,
That's
that's a reasonable question.
Yeah, that's the question I asked the entire time, and it takes me out of the experience.
Like, I would, like, you know, actually, to be honest, I probably would rather work at Fazbear's than, like, flip burgers or something. But, you know, like, yeah, yeah, that's the biggest question. Like, you know, they never explain, like, why the hell, why don't you leave? Yeah, why do you come back then? Like, day one, whatever. Night two, why do you come back?
I love on night 6 or 7 of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the phone guy is like, what are you doing there? It's closed. No one's there. We're shutting the place down. Okay, stay where you are. It's probably not safe to try and leave. I like that they kind of broke the immersion for that.
I'm just, like, when it comes to that, I'm wondering if they're gonna, like, if the guy's gonna keep on pumping them out, like, at the same rate, or if he's gonna, like...
Hasn't 3 been confirmed?
Yeah, it's been confirmed, and, like, if it
I'm
comes
sorry,
out
I'm getting nervous.
Yeah, if it comes out, like, I'm pretty sure there will have been, like, 3 games within a year's time. Yeah, and that's, like, I get that he's trying to capitalize on the fad, because, like, it's a big, like, YouTube thing right now. So, like, I get that he wants to get the money while it's hot, but, like, it is probably going to be detrimental to the quality of the games he makes if he keeps on pushing them out so fast. Just ask Sega, you know.
Well, I just think, like, it stops losing any kind of originality or intimidation if you know, like, okay, this is what I have to expect from this game. Like, I don't, you know, what kind, like, unless he's able to keep it fresh, which, you know, props to him if he can. I'm not trying to downplay, you know, his work or sound pessimistic about his work, but just, I think there's a, you know, from my perspective, there's a lot of pressure on him to come up with something that makes this feel like there's a point to this as opposed to he's just releasing another game because he knows people will buy it. So that said, you know, I'm not, like, I don't want to sound like I'm being negative about this guy's work, because I think, you know, he's, I mean, is he like a one-man project thing? Like, is this a one-man affair? Like,
basically, from what I can tell. Although a lot of indie developers are like that, so, like, that's not too weird. Like, many games are only written by, like, one person, or maybe they get somebody else to do something like the music. But a lot of games are one-man affairs, and especially with something like Five Nights at Freddy's, where it's a lot of still images, and, like, the coding's probably not too complex. You know, that sounds reasonable that he could get it done all by himself. It's just, you know, other stuff that's more questionable, because, like, from the trailer, I think the third game is supposed to be fully animated, so, like, it's not as easy to make as like the first two games where you can just like make a couple of renders and then just plaster them wherever you want. For instance,
Mhm. Yeah. But I think I heard I remember hearing something about like that was I think that was part of the reason originally Resident Evil was supposed to have only 3 games was because the creator, Shinji Mikami, I believe, I might be wrong on that. The
Yeah, that's right.
creator felt like the horror aspect of Resident Evil would dissipate if they kept coming out with more games because it becomes stale.
and then
Um,
you look at Resident Evil 4, which is very much not scary. So not that he was
yeah.
wrong, not that he was wrong, but you
It was
know.
hey, it was the best action game I've ever played though. It may not have been that terrifying, but goddamn, that game's fun.
Like again, like Resident Evil has never been scary, so you know, like maybe in 1997 or whenever it was that game came out, it might have been a little bit scary, but like
To be
I think
to be
the
fair,
first two
Ted,
games
to
have
be fair, you
atmosphere.
have to admit you've not played a Resident Evil game yet, have you?
that was too close. You were
No,
almost a Jill sandwich.
play the remake.
Remake's the one people always say is scary. I have not played a Resident Evil game either.
But I'll be
But
too
remake's the
distracted
one I
by
always
Jill's
hear
new
is scary.
jizzle. I'll be distracted by Jill's new jiggle physics, though.
Then play Chris's scenario.
Why would I want to play as that
Zing.
fridge? Like
But
seriously.
then Ted won't be the master of unlocking, Ryan.
Oh.
You'll get to punch boulders with the new Resident Evil 5 costume.
I'd rather not, thanks.
I would say like the first 3 Resident Evil games on the PlayStation, even though the graphics are kind of simplistic, I do think the game still has a nice build up of atmosphere. The music in those 3 games are really great, and it is filled with jump scares, just like Five Nights at Freddy's, but like it's still the good kind of jump scare where sometimes you don't see it coming. It's like, ah, Jesus.
Well, you
And
need some of that in a
Process.
horror game, like at least a little bit, because like you can't really have like a not, like you can build up tension, but you can't really have something be scary without like a boo moment at some point.
yeah,
You know.
I mean, this is still a series that had the most infamously bad voice acting and biological experiments with their heart sticking out of their chest and stuff like that. But like, Resident Evil 2 still has a lot of weird, not weird, but a lot of dark stuff where like you run into like the police chief, and the police chief's crazy, and he's
Oh,
literally
yeah.
like killed a woman, and he's like a taxidermist, and he has like this little dungeon underneath his office where he stuffs and
It
kills
puts
everybody.
the lotion on its skin, or else
Yeah.
it gets the hose again.
So there's a little bit of screwed up stuff in the original Resident Evil games, but since 4 onwards, yeah, it's definitely been an action game series. Like Resident Evil 6, there's nothing scary about it.
Okay, so that looks like it's probably gonna be it for now. Yeah, so I'd like to thank everybody for showing up to the stream today. It's always great fun to do these because it makes what's normally kind of a tedious sort of thing a lot of fun for me. So I'd like to thank everybody in the chat. I'd like to thank Catherine and Jamie and Ryan for keeping me company. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy these. Like, if you didn't, I probably would have stopped doing them and just grinded on my own in silence. But yeah, thanks everybody for stopping by, and hopefully I'll do another one of these relatively soon because I've still got a lot of grinding left to go in this game. So yeah, woo. Thanks everybody. Hopefully I'll see you all soon. Bye now.
Dude,
Did you just end on Tinkle?
Yep.